Thank you, thank you. Just imagine, if you can, the story of Antony and Cleopatra played on stage with no music, wordless, just beautiful choreography. Well, that's what you get with the Cinetic Theater. That's what's happening on stage at the Landsberg Theater in the district, the production by Cinetic Theater. The group just keeps on topping itself. I mean, in its 10-year history, this is a unique company. Nobody like them in town. They do most of their productions completely wordless and rely on this innovative choreography by Cinetic co-founder Irina Chishkovili and her husband, who acts as director, Pata. In Cleopatra, Irina plays Cleopatra, of course, and Ben Kuris plays Antony. Both are outstanding, and the music is good, and the other 24 dances, it's fantastic. Try to catch the show before it ends on the 28th. It tells about the Egyptian seductress queen and her tumultuous relationship with Antony. Phone numbers are for tickets 800-494-8497. If you want some info, 703-824-8061. Happily, the Washington Shakespeare Company's production of Molière's The Miser has been extended through March 7. It's a new version of the 17th century classic adapted by David Ball. The Miser is director Akiva Fox's debut, and he does a pretty good job with Molière's work and this Commedia dell'arte. The Miser is the humorous story of a pathological skinflint, Harpagon, he's the miser, and his relations with his two children and everyone else. Ian Armstrong, in his old beat-up clothes designed by Jesse Cole Jackson, is a hoot as Harpagon. His kids, Elise, played by Katie Atkinson, and Cleant by Rex Doherty, have their hands full with this piker father. Heather Haney, as a matchmaker for a scene, is a riot in her insincerity. And one guy, Frank Britton, he's coming on in this town. Remember his name. He's a great character actor, and he's just wonderful. For info there, call 703-418-4808, and you can get tickets there too. Check the web at washingtonshakespeare.org. At 19 years of age, British playwright Polly Stenham wrote That Face, a very dark, humorous story about a dysfunctional family with a startling opening about a torture at a girls' school. Without intermission, this show, That Face, is playing at the Studio Theater through March 14. It's about a mother, Martha, played by Eva Wilhelm, our teenage son, Henry, by Patrick Cragen, and a slightly younger daughter, Mia, played by Dana Levinovsky. The mother, a druggie and alcoholic, has a role reversal with her son, which borders on incest, actually. Set in today is London. The boy shares a bed with mom, supposedly to keep her from going off the deep end. This is interesting show. As I say, the phone number now is 202-332-3300, and you can check the website for more information on studiotheater.org. Thanks to scholar Anne Washburn and her translation and adaptation of Greek tradition Euripides back about 480 BC, we get a good idea of his thinking of faith, morality, leadership, and democracy. These elements are clear in Folger Theater's world premiere of Euripides' Orestes, a Tragic Romp. He is ranked with Sophocles and Aeschylus. Orestes is over 2,400 years old, but Anne Washburn brings some modern sense to this work. The play is directed by Folger favorite Aaron Posner. The play opens with a long soliloquy by well-known local actress Holly Twyford. She plays Electra. She and her brother Orestes, played by Jay Sullivan, knock off their mother, Clemenstra, because she killed the father Agamemnon. There's a lot of blah, 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 blah. There's humor in this play. Chris Jeanbuck plays plays 4 roles, including Helena Troy, and I'll tell you, he never looked lovelier. There's also 5 women who add color as a Greek chorus. Orestes, a Tragic Romp, runs through March 7. Call 202-544-7077 for info and tickets. The web is folger.edu/theater. And then finally, playwright William Ainge Bus Stop appeared on Broadway in 1955, the year I was born, by the way.
Of course.
Followed a year later with Marilyn Monroe's version in this in 1956. Today, there's a production at the Olney Theater Center in Olney, Maryland, set at a bus stop diner in 1954 in a snowy Kansas City town, where a group of people are waiting for the next bus to come through. Diner owner Grace, played by Jane Summerhays, and her young and innocent waitress Elma, played by Judith Ingber, tends to this interesting mix of people at the restaurant. Grace manages to have a roll in the hay with the bus driver, old friend, played by Harry Winter. I interviewed Harry Winter for something else here recently. The action nearly gets out of hand when a young buck, Bo, played by Boyd Harris, comes in, pushes people around, and he has after this young gal, played by Jean Leidy, a broken down scholar there, played by James Slaughter, catches the attention of the waitress, Elma. She feels sorry for this older guy. Anyway, Timmy Ray James, if you know this guy, he plays the town sheriff, gently keeps order. Wonderful. It's put well together, to tell you the truth. Bus Stop runs through March 14 at Olney Theater. And for tickets, call 301-924-3400 or check the web, olneytheater.org. Well, that's it for me, folks, until next week. Rich Massabny reporting.
Rich, great job as usual.
Thank you. I thought so, too.
Agamemnon.
Yes.
Agamemnon.
Yes, that's it.
I like that. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I need somebody to dub my words
Rolls
for me.
off
You
the
know.
tongue. Agamemnon. All right, great job. Thank you very much, Rich.